ourselves. I think that's important. I think it's also important to recognize those things that are good about, who we are, who it is that God created us to be. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because so many times I hear women talk about all the things that are wrong with them, all the things that they need to fix, all the things that need to change. And while this might be true, there are so many more things that are wonderful about each of us. I truly do believe that we have certain gifts, talents, and abilities that God has given each of us that are unique within us. And if God gave it to us, then of course it must be good. And we need to acknowledge that. Entering into self-love is a very important part of just being overall well. And when you're working with your clients and coaching them about getting unstuck, how do you teach them, or how do you coach them to begin to stop that negative self-talk and to learn to love themselves as they are?
Okay, one of my biggest things is self-development. So when I'm working with one, there's always a book that person has to read concerning self-development. And this is the area that dealing with the mind. There's something that I can recommend that you read for your mind. Dealing with self-esteem, I suggest books that deal with self-esteem, because sometimes we, like I said, we're so accustomed to a certain way, even the way we see ourselves. And we have to expand our mind in order to see something different, and in order to know that there's something different and a different way that we can think about ourselves. Also, making a list of your strengths, making a list of the things that you like and the things that you love about yourself. Make a list of the compliments that other people give you. We do also do a list of weaknesses also, but that's not really the focus. Weakness is something that we're going to work on, but strength is something that you really can build upon that will actually help you overcome the weaknesses in your life. So you have to make a list of what you love about you. If it's just the one thing, and begin to focus on that one thing. And I always like to say that one right thought can change your life forever. So if you only have one positive thought to think on right now, focus on that one positive thought. And as your mind begins to expand, you begin to see things totally different, and you begin to see yourself different. Because most of the times when we're dealing with low self-esteem and self-image, it's not really anything that we taught ourselves. Most of the time it's things that we've heard growing up, things that other people have said about us, that we've heard it so much that now we believe that, and that's how we lived our life. And that's not the real us, the real person that God created us to be. That's what someone else has told us, and that's the lie that we believe about ourselves from someone else's mouth. So we have to stop focusing on those type of things and find, like I said, if it's just one thing that you like about you, begin to focus on that one thing. And also do the self-development, even through books. I have something that I do every morning called Motivational Moments, where I'm listening to positive, like audiobooks or looking at positive videos, something that's going to build me up. Because you have to be able to build yourself up in order to move forward. Because even though we're talking about vision and goals and different things like that, even though we have those big dreams and desires for ourselves, we're always going to be hindered if we don't deal with the things that are going on the inside of us. We could be still moving forward, but we're not making the progress that we should be making because the things that we're telling ourselves and the things that we believe about ourselves. So we have to begin to develop ourselves.
I like that idea about personal development. You're right. That's really important, too. We need to keep feeding ourselves positive information that can be a part of what it is that we're trying to build within ourselves. And you can't build anything if you don't have the tools and if you don't have the materials. And in this case, the tools and the materials are just the edification of your mind, the education of your mind, and finding out more about the things that you can do. to not just better yourself, but the more things that you can do to enhance your overall awareness of who you are, because it is a process. Many of the things that we need to be successful in this life, Lisa, I feel that God has already placed within us. It's just that we need someone to kind of help us many times pull it out of us and to kind of push us along the journey. And I think everything that you said today has just been so wonderful. For people who are interested in getting in touch with you, how can they do that? And I understand that today you have something special for our listeners. What is that?
Yes. First, I'm going to give out my website, and that's LeaseLYoumans.com. Like you said, my name is spelled a little different. So it's LeaseLYoumans.com. You can also connect with me on Facebook. That's Lease L Youmans. And there's also another page, Lisa Youmans, and Twitter, Lease L Youmans. Now, today, Linus, what I wanted to do, I wanted to give 3 people that are listening to the call with 3 different gifts here. The first one that I wanted to give someone with is a 1-hour coaching session with me, just to kind of get you on the right track. We know the new year's coming up. To kind of get your vision statement set up, some goals set up, what's actually stopping you. We'll deal with that and much more in this coaching session. And that's a 1-hour coaching session. Also, I'm going to give away a complete coaching package, which includes 4 1-hour coaching sessions. And I will be posting weekly. And we're going to go with deal with our vision statement, goals, time management, and planning out our goals. And then the third one is there's a teleclass that I do. The name of that teleclass is Without a Vision. And we know that without a vision, the people perish, and that's what we've been talking about tonight, of having a vision for your life, the blueprint for your life. And that's a teleclass that I host. I will actually be hosting one on Monday, December the 29th at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That class is $40, but for the first person that signs up for that class, I will be giving it to that person free. And on that class, we'll be talking about the process and principles of vision, and also step-by-step instructions on how to prepare your vision statement. So the first person that signs up for that coaching session, the $40 will be refunded back to you. And on my website, it's under the tab Without a Vision that you can sign up for that class. Now, Linus.
Wow, fantastic.
With the coaching session, was there a way that you give out to your audience the gifts, or do I have to come up with that?
Well, what I'm going to do is post your website and let them know, because it's already posted on the website, but I'm going to let them know that you have some special coaching gifts for our listeners, and for those people who are interested in finding out more, that they can contact you directly, and I'll put your email on there, and then they can email you to let you know they're interested in the coaching sessions, and you can go from there. That probably will be the easiest, because you have so much to give here. I don't have enough space on my show page, but we're going to make sure that they definitely connect with you. So that they can find out more about your coaching sessions and the gifts that you're giving out tonight. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, Lisa, for spending this time with us. You have given us some wonderful nuggets.
Also, Linus, with those the 1-hour coaching session and the coaching package that I'm giving away, when they email me, if they tell me, kind of give me a description about what it is that they're going through, what they need the help with, and why do they need the coaching session or the package, I can pick from there.
Okay. Fantastic, and I'll put that on the show page. And for those of you who are listening right now or who might listen later on, I am going to put it on the show page. Her website is already on there. If you click on Lease L Youmans, that is on the show page there, it will take you directly to her website. But I'm also going to just basically explain that she's got these coaching packages, and for you to send her an email and tell her what it is that you're thinking about, what it is that you think you need help with, and she'll be back in touch with you. Lisa, thank you so much for blessing us with all this wonderful information, and I really do wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous and fantastic 2015.
Thank you, Lennis. Merry Christmas to you, too, and I'm so glad that you had me on tonight. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I enjoyed having you. You know, we don't have too much time left before the end of the show, but I wanted to tell everybody about next week's show. Next week's show is just going to be me and you and whoever decides to call in, because next week is going to be our first annual shout-out. I'm going to have you call in and talk to me about whatever is on your mind when it comes to your wellness, and I'm going to connect you to the people who might be able to help you. I'm also going to be having coaches and other folks call in to shout out what their number one intent is for 2015. So it's going to be a great time. Be looking out on your social media to find out more about it. I'm hoping that all of you will call in with your questions and also call in with your intents, the things that you want for your life in 2015. It's going to be the Wellness Journey Live's first annual shout-out, and I'll be looking forward to hearing all of you. 2014, like I said, has been a really interesting year. But 2015, I know that 2014, I said, was my breakthrough year. And I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I said, gee, I don't see how it was a breakthrough year. What happened that was so fantastic? But I have to tell you, it has truly been a breakthrough year. I had three things in particular that I wanted to see happen in my life. And I was thinking that it hadn't actually happened. But, sometimes we have to just stop and think, because the things that we're looking for, we have a tendency to look for them to come to us in a particular package, in a particular way, in a particular time, and sometimes it's not like that. Many times our breakthroughs have already come, and we miss the opportunity to celebrate them because we were looking for them to come in another guise. So therefore, I challenge all of you to think about the breakthroughs you've had in 2014, because they're there. You might have missed them a little bit, or you might have just kind of said, oh, that's not a big deal. But let me tell you, every little step forward towards the life that you know God has for you is a breakthrough. And I want to challenge you to continue to keep moving along your journey, to get well in your mind, body, and spirit. Celebrate those baby step breakthroughs, and not just the big ones. Celebrate you and the things that you know that God has done for you, and the things that you know that you're going to continue to do in 2015. So make sure you tune in next week. It's going to be the last broadcast of the year. We're going to have the Wellness Journey Live shout-out, and I want to hear from you, too, about the breakthroughs that have happened in your life, the things and the intents that you're planning for 2015. You've been listening to Lennis from PraiseWorks, and you have been on the Wellness Journey. I'm looking forward to talking with you next week, the same time on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, have a blessed and wonderful day, and Merry, Merry Christmas.
Thank you for joining Lennis of PraiseWorks on the Wellness Journey. We hope that you've enjoyed today's program and have found something to help you along in your journey to total wellness for your mind, body, and spirit. For more information, please visit praiseworks.biz or find and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.